I wanted to do a follow-up video for you about the smaller siblings of the NW-1000 player. This is a box of a couple of players actually. These are the smaller ones. So these are NW-1000s. I would imagine that the menu system on these are similar or the same, just shrunk down essentially. So these would have a smaller hard disk, a spinning hard disk in there, believe it or not. So there's 6 GB available. So I've got 2 of these. One's this very kind of nice purple one. Looks to be not used too much, does it? It looks quite clean. The back is certainly good. Got like an original sticker there, or a couple of stickers. Yeah, that looks nice condition. And one that's slightly more marked. I don't know if that's scratches or if that's something stuck on there. It's probably scratches, isn't it? So this is a silver one. Oh, it's complete with stickers, but unfortunately a bit of a dent there. So if I can make good of one of these, then that will be a result. So if you remember from my other video, I had bought these a long time ago, but I couldn't do anything with them because I never had the cable. I went away looking on eBay and I managed to find someone selling the bigger version of these with a cable for not a bad price. So I quickly snapped that up. It was sold as not working, and if you go and watch the video, you can see what I kind of did to repair that. Not much of a repair, but a repair nevertheless. Anyway, this is the cable, and they're quite hard to find, these, or they were hard to find. I don't know if there's too many now. What I'm going to do actually, let's start with the purple one. I don't think I've got anything else much in there apart from headphones and a separate kind of USB charging block. I wonder if it's worth just plugging it into there. Let's plug that in. Make sure that's switched on. So I'm not expecting much at the moment because obviously these haven't been switched on. I'm hoping they work with dead batteries. So looking at the controls, you've got the navigation here, playback. There's kind of the options to get you into the menu system. The back button, that's a power on there. It will take a specialised remote actually by the looks of it, but I don't think I've got that in here. And then there's a hold button, not a hold switch, a hold button there, and volume, which looks to be sprung. Okay, let's try turning it on. Yeah, the screen has got writing on, but you just can't see it. Let's turn off some lights and see what we can see, if we can see anything. Ooh. It's really, really kind of low, the screen on this. Can I start it again? Please. Oh, here we go. Is there an option for brightness? Settings. Display. It says display time new song pop-up. I'm just going to put it to 60, but nothing about brightness on there. Screensaver, available. Oh yeah. Brightness, here we go. That is the brightness. That is as bright as you can get. So there's obviously a bit of a negative with one of these. These are OLED screens, I think. Can you see that you can barely make out the writing there? That's actually up to its brightest. So what unit information, what's that going to tell me? It's going to tell me we've got 269 songs on here. Well, let's go and have a look and see. Let's look at the albums. Anthology, Bear, Beethoven, Glenn Miller, King of Swing. So this looks like it's been owned by someone of older years, I would say. Rock Ferry. Was that Duffy? Yeah, I think that was, wasn't it? Okay, so a few things on there. Be interesting to know how they're encoded, what kind of bit rates they were encoded at. I suppose we could just pick out one of these, can we? Let's actually, yeah, let's go into Rock Ferry, and then Warwick Avenue. If you press option, I think this tells us stuff about it. Oh no, maybe not. Back. We need to play it and then press option. Detailed information. That's what I was looking for. Oh look, another one of these songs that have been recorded in the kind of compressed settings here. So this is 64 kilobits per second A track, so that'll sound pretty rubbish. That'll sound probably as bad as DAB radio, the first version of it anyway. So yeah, not really usable in daylight. Let's put the lights back on. Yeah, I can't see it at all now. Not so good. Alright, let's take that one away. No idea what the battery's like on that. Let's try the display on this one. I don't know if this is going to work yet. Oh, it's saying something. Yeah, charging. So that's got a better display. It's still not the best. Just going to turn it on. You can actually see in there a little bit of detail, not much. All right, I'm going to turn the lights back off again. This makes it a bit easier. Look at the menu system. Okay, so this one looks like it's got Coldplay on it. If it's their old stuff, it's not so bad, is it? But anything new. Okay, can I just go through albums? Oh, Back to Bedlam. James Blunt, wasn't it? So 2007. We got Brit Awards. Hung Up. That's Madonna, isn't it? So a few different ones on there. Actually, let's just go in to this one, or any of these, I suppose. And okay, let's go option. Find that detailed information. Oh look, Windows Media, and this is 128 kilobits per second. Probably sounds marginally better than the default 64 kilobits on the A track, but not much better, I wouldn't have said. Okay. And we don't know if these are actually outputting anything. Yep, hard-fi, hard to beat. So that's a certain era in the, is it mid-2000s? Later on in the 2000s. Oh, it's gone into screensaver mode. It looks like it's charging. Well, that one's definitely more usable. Hold the option for a few seconds. Oh, it's turned itself off. Good music, good day. Connecting. It's not looking too bad. I think what I'm going to do is take this one apart. The reason why is I just want to see how bright the display is without having this kind of purple plastic display over it. So I want to see how bright the actual screen is. So this is obviously the nice workable one. You can see the difference. It's quite a difference there. I'm just going to do a test anyway to see if the audio is working. I've got my headphones here, so I'm just going to put them into my ears. Need to check both channels, stereo, and press play. Okay, so that is playing fine in stereo. It's got that funny kind of almost tin can type sound to it because obviously it's in the very worst setting, 64 kilobits per second. So that's what I'm hearing on that one. Oh, what a shame about that display though. Very common. I did have a Google online, and it does seem to be a real issue with these. There's no replacements as it currently stands. Some people were hoping that something might pop up on AliExpress. You might be aware that the highest end Sony mini displayer RH1, that had an OLED screen which often failed, and you can get replacements for that. So unfortunately not for this. It's obviously not deemed as worthy for fixing. There we go. Let's just go and play the default. Let's just go all songs. Okay. Ooh. that is sounding quite bad. It's really distorted. I know it's Ian Brown, but it is distorted. Ah, so it's looking like maybe I can make one good one of these from the two. Obviously on this side it's distorting very badly. Maybe it's blown somewhere. Maybe some of the digital processing is blown. So can I swap out? Let's think about this, because this is quite a nice looking one still. Can I swap out the display, maybe just the hard disk from this one, into here? Because I doubt I'm going to be putting much more new stuff on this. And at least I have the parts, won't I? At least I have a spare battery as well. I think that might be the way to go there. Okay, I'm going to watch me try taking these apart then. Sometimes you have to find two devices and make one good one. Often the way. Oh, it's just clipped in. I haven't looked at any videos online, perhaps I should have. But there it is, any case. So this is the disc and the battery. I quite like the battery on this one as well because it seems to be holding charge okay. Maybe they're both okay. I guess I might find out though that the displays are a similar brightness, but the fact that this is the silver one, maybe it just shows the display better when it's on its way out. Alright, time to disassemble. There's the battery. It's a CT019. And a bit of RF tape. Oh, managed to break that. Also Hitachi 6GB micro drive. Yeah, the rest of it's going to have to come out now, isn't it? Let's just try to take this frame out. Using my nail there. Ah, well, there's one thing you could do. Is take off one of these screens. Not going to look very nice, but it might be more readable. Let's just turn it on again. It's just getting it at the right angle. I'm expecting some screws somewhere. I reckon they're going to be hiding under here. Which isn't too nice, is it? Oh, look, it's a bit of RF kind of insulation there. Right, the main thing is getting in, isn't it? So let's see. Okay, so the screen is held in there, and there's a key, kind of a keypad thing here. This comes off. So I want to move this over to here, and there you go, that's that. So that's going to go on that one. This board I think's got a fault, but I do want the disc because I think the music's better on this one. So let's take that. Taking the disc. Oh, I've got another screw to come out actually. Oh, that'll be on here. Let's just take it out. Spare battery and a duff board. So I wonder what was wrong with that then. I think you're going to be a bit hard pressed to find out what is wrong with it. Probably capacitors with that amount of distortion. My soldering skills aren't up to much, so not at this level. Okay, that's going to be one for the bin there. Got to keep hold of that in case it's useful to keep. So that's definitely scratched. There's a screw in there. Try not to make a mess of this one, as you can see. Out a bit easier. Then let's do the same again. rubbish one. Leave it over there. The purple surround. There we are. Disc out. Okay, as you can see, a little bit fiddly. I think I've done it. Because we just want to see if it is going to work, don't we? And to do that, I need to put the power back in, so yeah, I can only go in one way anyway. Oh, we have a screen that works, which is good. Now, I want to hear undistorted sound. If there's distorted sound, then it means it's something recorded on the actual disc, which I wouldn't have thought is very likely, but we shall see. I'm going to turn it on. Oh, moaning about that battery that I put in. But anyway, the result sounds okay to me, and it's obviously got the right disc in now. I did manage to get it all back in. Okay, so it's just a case of finishing off now. So let's do that. Oh, that goes in place like that. On there, it won't obviously stick down now. That side's definitely missing a bit. A little bit. There to stick on. Just got a whole reel of this stuff. Didn't make too much of a mess of that, did I? Oh, I see. So that's going onto here, isn't it? And then going around the whole screen. So obviously the issue at the moment, I need to clean this screen because I've had my fingers all over it. And then once I've done that, put these bits back on. I can use some cotton wool buds just to do that. That's gone together okay. Let's power it on. going to moan at me for not having a battery now. But it's definitely better. I'm just going to get some juice. Yeah, we're only charging. Yeah. And that is better. You might say, well, that's not much better, but it definitely is better than it was. And I would say it's the more desirable one to have, isn't it? The purple. All looking good. And it's charging, as you can see. It's got a little indicator light there on the plug going in. Let's turn the light back on. And let's now put this back together. Well, it's obviously not as bright as when it was new. It's definitely brighter than what it might have been, this purple Sony music player. I think that's a good result. At least it was a reasonable tear down, see what the whole thing consists of. Swap some parts out from the silver one, which had the problem with the board in that it was all sounding corrupt and very heavily distorted. So that was definitely one that wasn't worth keeping, although obviously the screen was. And I've got some other parts now I can keep. The surround, the screen cover, the battery and the disc. So I can keep that with this one as kind of like a backup. But I'm pleased with the result there. Thank you for watching. Please can you like and subscribe to my channel Avid Retro, and I will make some more videos in the future. Bye for now.